Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're diving into a tense, heart-first chapter. James is far away, a single call, "Don't worry, I'm okay," blows the doors open, and lie to Diep follows a trail of clues. A suspicious plate number, a red workshop account stamp, a warehouse's humming generator, and a secret note, "Moon later." Our hook. Is James truly safe? Or is his powerful father orchestrating everything? And can Diep expose the truth at tomorrow's meeting without walking into a trap? Stick around to see love turn into strategy, and strategy into courage. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next episode. Morning tries its best to be ordinary. Tea fogs the kitchen window. A soft wind flutters Nye's drawing on the wall. The pan warms for a simple breakfast. Diep moves the way she always does. Quiet, precise, building calm out of small tasks. She's halfway through rinsing rice when the phone on the counter vibrates once. Then again, not the slow buzz of a message, but the bright, bell-pure ring that cuts space in two. James. For a second, she can't remember how to answer. Then the call is open, and the room is louder with her heartbeat than with his voice. "Don't worry," he says, clipped, breath tight. "I'm okay." Everything inside her breaks open. Relief, tears that don't fall, a laugh that's almost a sob. "Where are you? Are you safe? Can you—" "Can't talk," he murmurs. Unknown line. "Don't call back. I'll call you." A scrape of air, the faint hum of a generator, a horn far away. He lowers his voice so much she has to lean into the phone like it's a door. "Trust the plan. Not yet." "Wait. Are you alone?" she asks. A pause that feels like a cliff. "I chose," he says. "Believe me." The line goes quiet. No goodbye, just that small promise hanging. Diep stands still, fists pressed to the counter, replaying the sound around his words. Generator, not scooter, industrial hum. Echo, not open air, big room, metal. Horn, far not near, road beyond a yard. She writes it down before the brain's panic can wash the clues away. Indoor, power backup, close to a route. When she turns, Nye is in the doorway, hair sleep-tangled, bunny under one arm. "Auntie?" "He called," Diep says, voice shaking into a smile. "He's okay." Nye's grin is immediate, uncomplicated. "He promised Moon," she whispers, like last night's code is a spell. "He kept it," Diep answers, kissing her hair. "We will too." By mid-morning, hope has steadied into work. Diep tucks the notebook into her bag, drops Nye with Aunt Hoa, and takes the long route to the bus station. She doesn't hurry. People in a hurry get remembered. The station already smells like heat and fuel. The corkboard where strangers leave breadcrumbs is nearly full, but the square that once held Moon later is gone. The kiosk woman from yesterday catches Diep's eye and lifts a shoulder. "Some man took it," she says. Soft shoes, expensive watch. Not police. Not one of us. "Which man?" Diep asks, and the woman points with her chin toward the cafe security camera. "Ask them," she says. "Coffee buys better memory than words." Inside the cafe, the owner is wary until Diep orders 2 drinks and a pastry she doesn't want. "I'm looking for a friend," she says, and lets the plea ride the sentence without melodrama. He rewinds the morning feed, then yesterday's late afternoon. On the screen, grainy and gray, a sedan pulls past the curb. A man steps out, pressed shirt, too clean for this street. He studies the board, peels off the note with 2 fingers, folds it once, slides it into a thin notebook. License plate in frame for half a second, 29A7. She snaps a photo. When it blips blurry, she takes another. "Thank you," she says. "No trouble," he lies politely. On her way out, a mechanic near the gate waves her over. "You're the one who asked tickets yesterday," he says. She nods. He jerks his chin toward the kiosks. "Not all sales go through us. Some go through the district account. Off-book. Cash in, stamp out." He wipes his hands. "Saw the stamp last month. Workshop account, district office." The phrase lands like a key from a previous door. "You're sure?" she asks. He smiles without warmth. "Stamps don't lie, they just don't tell the whole truth." The district office has the same smell everywhere. Paper and old air. Diep takes a number and waits, asking about a market permit she doesn't need to see who else is here to watch. At the counter, a clerk flips forms with the half-bored speed of habit. On the desk, a red stamp rides the edge of a folder. Workshop account, district office. Her pulse ticks faster. A man she recognizes from the river workshop, the brother, steps out of a side room, sees her, and stops as if he's felt a hand close around his sleeve. "Outside," he mouths. They stand under a banyan where the office can't hear. He looks older than last week, eyes dry, voice lower. "You were right," he says before she can indict him. "About his father, about me." He pulls his phone, scrolls, shows her a message thread where the father's name never appears, but his orders do. One line glows like a warning sign. "No harm. Move quickly. Arranged through workshop account." Another image, a transfer receipt with a memo, Xuan Van, dated the same day James left. The brother's mouth twists. "He dangled the branch like it was a ribbon," he says. "It's a leash." "Who took the note at the station?" she asks. "Driver," he answers, "and a fixer named Nam. They think if they collect crumbs, they can keep you hungry." He swallows. "You weren't followed this morning." "Not yet," Diep says. She meets his eyes. "If you're done being a hinge, I be a witness." He nods, slow. "I can give you times, plate numbers, which room, which stamp. Not everything. Enough to draw lines." "Then bring me the lines," she says. "I'll draw the picture." At home, she turns the table into a small war room. Left pile, photos from the cafe, the plate caught mid-frame, the outline of a sedan's taillight. Middle pile, the brothers' screenshots, orders without a name, money with one, the Xuan Van transfer that ties motive to movement. Right pile, her notes, generator hum, indoor echo, far horn, kiosk woman, mechanic, the phrase that won't stop ringing, workshop account, district office. The afternoon is gentle on purpose. She picks up Nye early. They buy greens and sesame sweets. They make a game of counting scooters that pass without honking. 3, 4, 10. They laugh loud and real, and it feels like choosing oxygen over smoke. At the construction site, the frame is square. The doors arrive wrapped in cardboard like gifts. The foreman raises a thumb. "Tomorrow we hang them." "Good," Diep says, and means more than he knows. On the way back, a man she's never met steps into her path. Clean shirt, empty smile. "You're asking too many questions," he says pleasantly. "Questions are how we learn," she replies, matching his tone. "You're learning the wrong subject," he answers. "Maybe choose something safer." She doesn't oblige him with fear. "Then answer one for me. Who sent you?" He tilts his head. "You already know." Across the road, a black sedan slides to a stop. Door opens. Not the father, but a man with his posture. He doesn't approach. He dials. Diep's phone lights at the same time. "James." She turns her back to the sedan and answers. "Yes?" "Still okay," he says, even faster than this morning. "Don't meet my father. Promise me." There's movement around him. Voices, a door, the scrape of a chair. I heard he sent someone to install fear. Don't let him. A breath. We are 2 steps ahead. Keep it. Where? She asks. Are you? The line snaps. When she turns, the sedan's passenger is watching, phone to ear, eyes flat. He lifts a shoulder as if to say, "You see how simple this is?" She meets his stare until he looks away first. Then she walks past him, steady, slow, like a woman who has groceries to put away, and no time for men who think a car makes them a weather system. Back at the table, she draws circles instead of lines. Circle 1, evidence. Photos, receipts, messages, the stamp that wants to be ignored. Circle 2, witnesses, the kiosk woman, the cafe owner, the mechanic, the brother who is done pretending. Circle 3, safety. Aunt Hoa, the neighbor with the open door, the foreman's crew who like her because she pays on time, the teacher who will keep nigh until sunset if the lane grows strange. In the center, she writes 2 words the man in the clean shirt will never understand. Patient courage. Night comes earlier than it should. Rice steams. Nai hums her song. The drawing on the wall catches the last light and turns the crayon roof into a small red flag. Diep kneels to tie a shoelace and whispers into the fabric, as if the house can carry messages through its bones. I am not leaving you. The house, warm and ordinary, answers in the only language it knows. Another small task finished, another small promise kept. The phone pings. A new number, a single line. Stop looking. She lets the message sit untouched on the screen. Then she opens her notebook and writes 3 more names under witnesses. Above the circles, she prints the simplest truth. If you can't shout, record. If you can't run, root. If you can't fight, keep standing where everyone can see you. Tomorrow, she will go back to the district office with a different question and a pocket full of coins for the photocopy man who always looks away at the right time. Tomorrow, she will ask the cafe owner if his camera can see the license plate at night. Tomorrow, she will tuck another note where only one man would think to look, because the moon is a promise and dusk is a clock. For tonight, she texts 1 sentence to the number James used. Still here, still us. She doesn't wait for the dots to dance. She turns off the light, sits in the dark long enough to see it soften, and lets the love in her chest be the only weather that matters. Morning is kinder than last night, but it does not pretend to be innocent. Diep wakes early, checks the door twice, and lets the kettle sing before the neighborhood does. She reads the thread again. Stop looking, then sets the phone face down and chooses another sentence to live by. Keep looking, but smarter. She starts with the small, good things. Braids Nai's hair, packs sesame sweets in a little paper envelope, walks her to Aunt Hoa's and lingers on the doorstep just long enough for Nai to sing half of yesterday's song under her breath. Tonight, the child whispers, serious as a judge. Moon again. Moon again, Diep agrees, and the phrase feels like armor. At the district office, she is merely a woman with a permit question and a pocket full of coins for the photocopy man. Paper has its own etiquette. If you respect it, it sometimes returns the favor. She waits her turn, eyes soft, posture patient. When she finally leans on the counter, she lets the clerk see a tidy stack of forms and a wallet that closes without drama. Renewal for market selling, she says. And, I need a sample of the district stamp for the file. The clerk, who has stamped the world into existence for 20 years, shrugs and lets the red circle kiss a blank corner. Next, he drones. Diep thanks him like he's just granted citizenship. In a side corridor, the photocopy man looks anywhere but at the paper she slides his way. He works fast. When the copy tray spits out the page, the circle reads perfectly. Workshop account, district office. She drops 3 coins into his palm. He returns 1. For luck, he says, not quite smiling. Luck prefers the busy. Diep moves to the cafe, buys a coffee she doesn't drink, and asks if the camera can be pushed a little to catch plates more cleanly. The owner, who has guessed that kindness is an investment with decent interest, calls his cousin. Tonight, he says, we try. She nods, sends a message to the brother. Plate 29A7. Fixer named Nam. Driver took note. Stamp confirmed. His reply arrives in 3 pieces, like a man learning new grammar. I have schedules, license lists, the room they used. Meet where trees listen. They meet under the banyan again, its roots like old stories heading for the ground. The brother looks as if he hasn't slept inside himself for days. He hands her a folded sheet with times, plate numbers, and a simple map. District office, workshop, ring road, warehouse by the canal. Generator, he says, pointing. Backup power. They tested at dawn and dusk. She feels the click in her chest where last night's call sat. Generator, echo, far horn. She circles the warehouse on the map. I'll never thank you by name, she says. He nods, a man who has finally forgiven himself enough to help. On her way out of the office grounds, a familiar posture leans against a sedan. Pressed shirt, empty smile. Oh, you're diligent, the man says, pleasant like a weather report. It's admirable. Admirable is free, she answers. Useful is better. He laughs, a sound with no teeth. You should stop. And you should go, she replies, stepping around him so closely, she forces him to choose between moving or being touched. He moves. She keeps walking. Sometimes power is nothing more than the gift of not flinching. The warehouse by the canal wears dust like a coat. Diep does not get close. She passes twice, pushing a neighbor's borrowed cart, one time with empty crates, one time with greens. 2 men smoke by the door. A third checks his phone the way guilty people listen to their conscience. She counts windows, notes the rust line on a sliding gate, and registers the faint cough of a generator under the building's breath. A horn bleeds in from the ring road, too far to be useful, just close enough to confirm the map. She does not linger. She makes the day believe her errand is vegetables. By noon, the evidence has a shape. At home, the table becomes a compass. North, plate numbers. East, receipts and stamps. South, witnesses. West, maps and times. In the center, she lays a single photo, Nye's drawing of 3 smiling figures under a red roof. This is both motive and destination. It keeps all the paper honest. Her phone vibrates. A number she doesn't know, but the rhythm she does. 4 words only. I'm okay. Don't wait. They're a bandage and a blade. She types one back. I'm here. I'm ready. And sets the phone aside before the absence can flood the room again. Afternoon brings the door hanging at the site. Metal sighs into place. Hinges tell their small, satisfying story. Swing, stop, seal. The foreman nods at the tight gap lines. Diep signs the delivery note with a hand that no longer shakes. Looks good, she says, and it sounds like more than construction. It sounds like plan. On the lane home, a black sedan matches her pace. Window down. The same, not father. He would like to talk, the man says politely. At your convenience. Diep remembers James's last instruction, don't meet my father, and lets the sentence become a spine. No, she answers. The man spreads his hands, almost friendly. A misunderstanding then. He only wants the best for the boy. So do I, she says. The difference is I want the best for the girl, too. He holds her gaze longer than politeness allows, then taps the car door twice. The sedan slides forward and disappears into the gentle traffic like a fish under dark water. The neighbor network is already humming. Aunt Hoa texts. 2 men asked about the child's school schedule. I said she's sick today. The cafe owner. Camera now sees plates. Will save feed. The mechanic. Friend at the station says district account. Paid again this morning. The brother. I'm ready. Diep writes a message on a clean scrap of paper. Short, ordinary, impossible to mistake. She tucks it under the same tile at the shrine. Change of plan, canal edge, 7:10. 1 minute only. Then she walks to the canal at dusk, like a woman who likes water and thinking. The sky lays copper over the surface. The warehouse wears its shadow honestly. A scooter stops, far enough to be nothing, close enough to carry a voice. Don't look, James says, somewhere behind her left shoulder. She smiles into the canal, the way you smile into a mirror when the person you love is standing just out of sight. Okay. I can't be seen with you yet, he says. They think I'm deciding. She huffs a tiny laugh. You've already decided? Yes, he says, and the word is a weight that steadies, not sinks. Listen, my father is behind the money and the men. He calls it saving me. He thinks he's protecting the family name from a story he can't control. He doesn't understand the names that matter aren't in his ledger. I have pieces, she replies, low. Stamps, plates, times, witnesses. The brother is with us now. The cafe camera is a friend. Good, he says. Tomorrow he'll push. He'll invite you, no, command you, to meet. He'll offer money you can count and threats you can't. Say nothing to him. Say everything to the people who still remember when money had to be earned. A door creaks at the warehouse. Voices. The generator catches and rises. Diep tilts her head, memorizing the note of its hum. 1 minute, James says, a smile in his breath. I know, she answers. In her mind, she sees his face reflected in the water next to hers. 2 silhouettes that have already learned how to share a frame. Are you okay? She asks, the question that hangs on every fence in her body. I am, he says, exactly as he did on the phone. Exactly differently now that the air around the words is their air. Don't worry. I will, she says, but I'll work harder than I worry. He laughs, quiet and quick. That's why I love you. Footsteps. A cough that belongs to the man with the empty smile. Go, she whispers. Go, he echoes, and the scooter rolls away without a glance. She remains with the canal and the copper sky and the generator's stubborn hymn. That night, the house is a lighthouse. She cooks rice. Nai turns the song into a march. The doors at the site swing true in her mind. The brother's map lies under a glass, protected from spills. The cafe owner labels clips by hour. The text comes late, from the father's number she never saved but knows anyway. We need to talk. Tomorrow, office 9 a.m. She replies to no one, writes to everyone. To Aunt Hoa, school drop-off later, keep Nai until noon. To the brother, 9 a.m., he will push, be ready outside. To the cafe owner, please keep the morning feed. To the mechanic, if a black sedan with 29A7 stops by the station, count how many get out, how many get back in. To herself, speak calmly, never alone, never indoors without a window, never without copies. At dawn, the sky is pale and honest. She walks toward the district office in a shirt that buttons all the way and shoes that don't slip. The father's message rides silent on her phone. Her plan rides louder in her chest. She doesn't intend to meet him in his room. She intends to stand in the yard, where trees listen, with witnesses who know what they saw, with papers that know what touched them, with love that refuses to be a rumor. She is not walking into a showdown. She is walking into a story where truth is patient, and the moon keeps its appointment, and distance can't outlearn devotion. And if the office door swings wide and a man with a pen tries to write the ending, she will raise her voice just enough for the courtyard to hear and say the simplest line she owns. No. With James far away, Lai Tu Diep holds the house together. Sweet potato cakes, Neu's song, a child's drawing. A sudden call shatters the quiet. "Don't worry, I'm okay," James says, then hangs up. Diep converts relief into action, tracing clues. A bus station note, moon later, stolen by a man with soft shoes, cafe CCTV catching plate 29A7, and the district's workshop account stamp. The brother turns witness, exposing transfers, orders, and a warehouse by the canal where a generator hums and a distant horn echoes. Threats arrive. Stop looking, while a black sedan shadows her. Diep builds a safety net. Aunt Hoa, the cafe owner, the mechanic, the foreman, and plants coded notes. At dusk, James appears briefly, confirming his father bankrolls the scheme and warning her not to meet him. When the father summons her, Diep readies evidence, witnesses, and patient courage.